If you're new to a house with a swamp cooler, whatever you do, do not just leave it sitting there when the temperature drops. I've seen people ignore these until the spring, only to find out an overnight freeze turn their water line into a sprinkler system inside their own walls. Here's a guide on how to winterize it before it gets too cold to be out on the roof. First, turn off the power completely. Don't just hit the switch on the wall. Also, go to your breaker and shut it off there. You don't want the fan kicking on or any possibility of getting electrocuted while you're up on the roof with your hands inside the unit. Next, shut off the water supply valve. Usually, it's a small quarter-turn valve connected to either an outdoor spigot or a line running inside. Once that's off, don't just leave the line sitting there full of water. Disconnect it at both ends and blow through it to force out whatever's left. Then, store it somewhere dry. If you skip this and it hits freezing temperatures overnight, that trapped water will expand and split the line, and you'll be dealing with water damage. Now, time to drain the reservoir. Grab your pliers or a wrench and open up the side panel and remove the drain plug at the bottom of the pan. If you've got a shop vac, use it. It actually does a cleaner job because it sucks out all that nasty grime and calcium buildup along with the water, so you're not leaving mineral deposits sitting in there all winter. Now, while you're inside the unit, give the reservoir a quick scrub. Some warm water and white vinegar with a stiff brush will break up that scale, and then you dry it. Once it's dry, take a look at your evaporative pads. If they're clogged, brittle, or falling apart, replace them. You'll want fresh ones for the spring anyway. Also, remove the V-belt connecting the fan to the motor and store it. And if your model calls for it, oil the motor bearings now. I recommend consulting your manual on the right lubricant to use and wear. Then, close the interior vents. You want to ensure there's no passive airflow that will increase your heating bill during the winter. Some vents have a simple lever for this. Others need a duct insert, which most people call a cookie sheet, that slides in and seals the opening. Here's a tip. If there are gaps, don't use regular duct tape. It'll just peel off. Use aluminum foil tape instead. Finally, get a fitted breathable cover and secure it with a rope wrapped around the top and the bottom.